Hello, everyone. Welcome to EV World News, where we talk about electric vehicles, green energy, and the stock markets. Today, I want to welcome ProTrader Mike to the show. How's it going, Mike?
Going well, thanks. Hope everyone had a nice weekend and we're back on the air. Nice to see everybody.
I got kind of a funny one today. This one, it's funny to some people, maybe not so much to others. But first of all, we're talk about a little bit about EV charging. Now, one
hmm
of the reasons people have been reluctant to buy EVs is they've got this fear of being able to get where they need to go. Basically, are they going to be able to charge? And there's other issues too. It's not easy for a renter necessarily to have a charging station at home. There's some other things that
hmm
yet that we need here in this country for mass adoption. But this one is kind of an interesting situation. So, a recent study shows that this is from Green Car Reports. 1 in 5 EV charging attempts fail. That's a pretty big number if you're needing to get to a charging station to get to where you need to go, and 1/5 of the time it doesn't work. I mean, in gas cars, it's not unusual to go to a gas station and the pumps are closed, you know. But in that case, there's usually another gas station right across the street. But this is quite interesting. So, in some parts of the country, this is particularly in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, people fail to charge their vehicles 35% of the time. So that's a third of the time. That's, down in your part of the country there, Mike.
hmm
And then on the West Coast, Seattle, Denver, Dallas, each saw no charging. 29% of visits to the charging station was unsuccessful. And then oddly, in Ohio, had the best rates, but even still there, 12%, so about 1 in 8 trips was unsuccessful. And this is a problem. It isn't limited to relatively new to areas new to EVs. In California, which has the most EVs and public chargers, 25% of people surveyed found the public charging experience unreliable.
hmm
Customer satisfaction scores are actually lower than the national average. Oh, they give some statistics here, 571 points and 595 points. I don't actually know what those, I guess, out of 1,000 possible. But anyways, it's just kind of an interesting piece on how that part plays out. There was another article similarly
Yeah,
from,
I met somebody this weekend that's starting a business where he goes out in a golf cart with a generator, and you can contact his service, and he'll come charge your car when you're on the side of the road. Costs you a pretty penny, but you won't be stuck anymore.
yeah, well, it beats having it towed, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then Clean Technical ran an article about this is a common problem. People go to public EV chargers and they find them to be broken, and it's unreliable to be
I'm
able
on
to go on a
vacation
trip.
in New England. My charging experience is, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, just an interesting
Yeah,
kind of
you go on
experience.
a road trip nowadays and you plan it. You just can't like pack up the station wagon and the cooler and hit the road. You got to like plan out where you're going. Are they going to have charging stations? How long do I have to travel before I get to the next station? And you probably have to do some pretty good navigation
The
planning that you didn't
experience,
have to do it in the past.
yeah, the big thing is the experience that Tesla owners have is much different than what the rest of the EV market shares. Tesla seems to have kind of figured this out, and their systems tend to be reliable and in good places that are well lit and have other services. It really seems to be kind of the rest of the market. I've got something else today we want to talk about, and this
Show
is
me.
how US investment numbers have skyrocketed in the past year. And this is from Electric. And US investments since the IRA was signed into
Mhm.
law, manufacturers have made $92 billion of investments into EV and EV battery factories in the US. This is since
The
August of
infrastructure.
last year. That's
Wow,
huge, 92
huge.
billion. More than 80,000 new direct US EV related jobs have been announced. Now, I'll tell you, some of what I'm going to show you in a minute is really going to surprise you as to where these are at. So when the Inflation Reduction Act passed, it was strictly along party lines. And I don't know, we're not going to discuss where we sit in the political spectrum or
Hmm.
anything. But what's interesting is the EV factories in the US, Georgia, 31 million or 31 billion in new EV investments and 33,000 jobs. Michigan, 18.9 billion and 19,000 jobs, and Tennessee with 18 billion and 20,000 jobs. All solidly
Hmm.
Republican states that all have adopted this. And also South Carolina, Nevada, Kentucky, and North Carolina, each around 10 billion with 10,000 to 20,000 announced new jobs. It's pretty considerable growth in those fields to be able to bring in that in both for EV manufacturing and for battery manufacturing.
Yeah.
And this is in relation to a lot of new plants, things like that. We didn't do any stocks on Friday,
Hey,
so I think maybe we should look at the market just a little bit.
you got to pull up Moulin,
Oh, oh.
ULN. I mean, we're going to be talking about this.
I,
This is a golden this is like a little gem we're trying to like nurture like the dog back to health and clean them up. And dude, this stock, the cash value on it is like $3 per share. So if they go
right.
out of business, you're going to get like $3 per share. It's trading at 63 cents.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
This absolutely is crazy how this can and it keeps going the wrong direction.
Yeah, from here, if anybody's listening for the first time, it's really oversold. It has a lot of potential uh, on the short because it's a lot of short interest in it for it to squeeze higher, man. So you got to keep an eye on it. If you do get it, you got to monitor it and stuff because when it spikes, it's going to be like a parabolic. It's crazy, but
Yeah, they're
yeah.
not, they're far from making money yet, but it's just they have so much cash on hand, it just doesn't seem like
Hmm.
they are.
They need to do one of those reversey splits
Well, and they did.
and
They
increase the
did do a
price,
reverse split.
yeah, but
They
one
just did
more
a
time,
9-to-1,
they could do it again, you know,
maybe.
and bring
At
it
some
back to
point,
like, $2 or back to like a real price because it's 63 cents. Mutual funds, institutions, they can't buy that stock because it's under a certain price. Most mutual funds can't buy stocks under $5. So it would be beneficial for the company to split this to $6.30. So mutual funds and that sort of thing could start doing their research and getting in on that. Yeah.
a lot of their vehicles are designed for last mile delivery, and at some point they just need to get a little deeper into that so they can start showing some real revenue and profits. It seems like it would probably be just around the corner, but it's just really hard to say where this company is going to end up.
Yeah.
Curious what we're seeing out of Tesla today.
Tesla's up today.
6%, almost six
Yeah,
percent.
6%. It's
Wow,
rocking. Yeah, they liked that was definitely the bottom last week when you were gone. Yeah, when you were gone, the market's corrected nicely.
that's
And
excellent.
yeah.
That's excellent. Let's see. Tesla shares gain as Baird equity adds stock to best ideas list 46 minutes ago. Why Tesla might break its Why Tesla stock might break its losing streak today 51 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's been on a bad losing streak. I was speaking to somebody this weekend that's like, told someone that you're in Tesla, you should take some off the table. In January, it was like $400. Now it's $200 and it's cut in half. So, yeah,
Yep, Tesla bounces back as Cybertruck and the
it's
new
always
model
a
3
smart
excitement.
time to do shit like that.
So lots of good information.
Riven is 21 still. It's holding up like a rock. Mulin, I can't believe it. It's 63. It's such a good bargain down here. Not to let's say you wanted to put as an example, in my opinion, not financial advice, but let's say you wanted to put $1,000 into it. Some people may want to put 10, some people want 100. A mutual fund listening may want to put $1 million into it. Okay. What you do is you want to put $100 into it, put 10 in today. Check, get in tomorrow. At the end of the day, it closes right at the high and get another $100 worth. So now you're in. If it goes lower after your initial 100, wait till tomorrow, see what it does. If it goes down tomorrow, clip your other 100 tomorrow and time it nicely. So now you got your $200 worth. You have $800 more to come in over time and cost average in, so you have a really nice price. Because I've never met a trader that's going to throw a dart and say, that's the price, I got the right one, and it's going higher. So averaging in like that's real good strategy for you mutual funds, you traders, and you people out there that don't know what the hell you're doing.
All right, well, let's do our usual.
Beautiful. Got to subscribe to the show, guys. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and yeah, we bring you the best news in the EV industry every day. Dave and I, we're working hard. We're working on some good things too.
All right, I'm going to cut the stream